Hey guys, welcome back to the third episode of the No Wuckas pod. Today I wanted to do something a little bit more interesting and a bit more fun. It's been a little while since I've popped on here. It's been like probably a few weeks. Life has been so insanely busy. And I promised to myself, I said that I would lock in on the podcast. And I did that right before like assessment season. And then things just went insane. And then I didn't do that. It started off really well. I told myself that every single Tuesday I would lock in and I would make an episode. And then here we are. But it's fine. Today, I want to do something a little bit more fun and a bit more interesting. The past 2 weeks, the first one was just a chill introduction, but the second week I went into a spiral. I listened to it back the other day and I was like, damn, little mama was freaking the fuck out. And I'm still, to be fair, like that. But I have a lot of ideas and this is one of them, which I thought was really cool. And what I've wanted to do for a while, and I feel like I could totally do in the future as well. I don't know if you guys know about the app Costar. You probably do. It's massive. It's like that moon app that people use and it sends you messages like every day. I think for some reason mine has stopped. The app's like unloaded itself or something. But it sends you like notifications of what your day is going to be like. Mine have recently, for some reason, before they stopped, had been about like romance all the time. But I was like, this is really strange, but okay. Before then, they've been so interesting. And I used to screenshot the ones that I was like, damn, I resonate with that heavily. And like, sometimes they would be smack on. And I like to think that, yeah, I know that they are just an algorithm. And one of my friends posted one on her close friend story and I was like, yo, I got the exact same one like 3 days ago. And that ruined the magic a little bit for me. But I like to think that they've been tailored to me and that these are messages that I'm getting from the universe and that these are really special and are meant for me in this day. Like I said, I screenshot the ones that mean something. Then I'm like, yeah, this is totally meaningful. And I thought I would go through them today. I thought I would go through my moon notifications with you. So I think I jotted them here on my laptop and I think I've got 24 or something. Just a life update before we get into the fun moon app thing. I have been, like I said, away from the podcast for a little bit. I think I got a little bit of imposter syndrome and I had a few people come up to me, which is like normal because that's what's going to happen, especially when you're first starting out. It's the people that you want to watch it. But anyway, I had people I know, not super close, but people I know come up to me and be like, oh, I watch your podcast. Like I listened to your podcast. And I was like, thank you so much. But also I'm going to crash out because it's like a diary. This is like a diary. And I'm giving people thoughts into like my brain. But there's also a part of me that's the longer that you do it and the longer you put stuff out there, it just becomes normal. And then sooner or later you have 20 episodes out there and everyone's like, sick. Commitment. People aren't going to make fun of you if you do something well. Anyway, so I think I was experiencing a little bit of that. And that's also what stopped me from recording anything. Even tonight, like I told myself, oh, like I'll record an episode tomorrow. And then I was like, you know what? I've got everything in front of me. I've got my microphone. I've got my laptop. I've got everything. Like, why can't I just do it now? So I did. And I'm happy that I did that. My social media recently has been filled introspective, existential stuff as well. It's been a lot of like, just start. You just need to start. Don't follow the crowd. And I think like that so much that when I'm going on my phone, I don't want to see that shit because I am so existential, and every second I have to myself and I have alone, I'm trying to do something that will like better myself, that will educate myself. But then I find myself on TikTok and Instagram's this double-edged sword. But it's like when I do go on those platforms, I don't want to see that. Like I'm exhausted thinking about like how I could better myself or like how I could be doing something else with my time right now. If I'm going on there, I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that because then I feel, one, called out, which I think is the whole point. But two, damn, can I not live? Can I live? Anyway, it's been freaking me out recently. But the more, because I think like that, like I'm obviously going to engage with them. I'm going to engage with those pieces. And then they're going to show it to me more. It's terrifying. Anyway, if I continue down this path, I won't stop. So let's do the fun moon app. Look at it, shall we? I don't know how long this episode is going to be, but vibes. I have 17 screenshots on here of like the notifications I've gotten. These were like from this year, last year. I've got so many, and I'm just going to kind of cycle through them and say what I think about them / what they meant to me at the time if I have the date on them. Let's start this off as strong as we can. Let's just jump into it. Your day at a glance. Laughing at disappointment is great, but you've still got to deal with your feelings. Me caught laughing. I think this one maybe hits the people who, in a shitty situation, don't cave inwards, but go out. What I mean by that is like me, for example, when I receive bad news or I'm like, there's something bad has gone on, and I see my friends and I hang out with the people that I feel safest with and I trust wholeheartedly, there's still a part of me that is super laughy and giggly, and I won't deal with that disappointment until I'm by myself. And even then, it's hard not to bottle it up and just think through it and think why I'm feeling like this, or how this news or how whatever's happened to me has put a toll on me. I think when I have caught myself a lot and just, I might not be feeling 100%, and 75% of the time, my mates and hanging out with people that I really love helps me and I feel better. But at the same time, maybe I'm not completely addressing the issue that is making me feel upset in the first place. And maybe you could take this one as, yeah, you're laughing, you're hanging out with your friends, you're having a good time, but maybe that is a good time for you to actually address what you're feeling with them instead of pushing it behind closed doors. There was this like ad, low-key trigger warning, not really, but I think it was about like suicide prevention. And there's like multiple takes of it. I think there's one where there's two older guys and they're sitting at like a soccer game, and one of them is like the really happy, outgoing one, like cheering, and then the one is like really sad, and then you're supposed to think that the one who's going through it all is the one who's sitting there not really showing any emotion, but it's the guy who's like up cheering and laughing. You barely see his face. I think there was another one recently with two blokes walking on like a bridge or something, and yeah, it was the same deal. Like the guy who was really quiet wasn't actually the one who was struggling the most, even though there's not a scale to that. But maybe that, like, you could compare that to this in a way, like laughing at what has happened or putting on a smile, putting on a mask over it isn't maybe the best solution for you. And if you are that type of laughy person who hides it and faces it when you're alone, is there a way that you could change that? So you could hang out with your mates and be like, hey, actually, I just got this news this morning. Oh, I'm gutted. I'm really disappointed in this and this. Is there a way to step back and be like, oh, hang on, give me a sec. I just need to like, what do you think about this? Am I valid? Am I feelings in this and this? I screenshotted that one because I deeply resonated with that, I think. I know that I deeply resonate with that. Okay, let's move on. Okay. Here's another one. I think I was in Cardiff University when I screenshotted this one, because all the emails I have are like in Welsh, because I studied in Wales for a little bit. And yeah, and there's like Welsh on my screen. So let's see. Monotony collapses time, novelty unfolds it. Oh shit. Okay. I had this exact conversation with my dad the other day. I feel like he also listened to the podcast. Shout out dad, because he's totally listening to this one as well. And he like quoted me on something I said in the podcast. And I was so gagged. I was like, holy fuck. Please don't listen to my shit. That's terrifying. Anyway, we had this exact conversation. Monotony collapses time, novelty unfolds it. I said to him, I was like, oh, what was my question? It was something along the lines of, what was it? It was something along the lines of what makes you happy, or what makes people happy, and what's the point of life? What is the big time waster? Something along those lines. And I think he said monotony. And monotony is like the big time waster. And we had this conversation about monotony and how it can be almost like a time killer. And I agree, as someone who has also traveled and had some amazing experiences, I agree with this statement, because I do think that doing things that you don't do all the time, and for one, traveling, is such a way for time to go on what seems like forever. Like, I went on a tour around Europe, and I think it was like 20 days, and that seemed like it went on for 4 months. It was insane. Seeing so many different countries in such a short span of time is crazy. And then doing solo travel for not even a month, and it was so monumental, and it was such an important part of my year. It felt like forever. But I also think if you have novelties too much, they can start to become monotonous, and you yearn for some sort of comfort that only monotony can really give you. It's almost like dopamine. Like, novelty is a dopamine hit. I think I screenshotted this one because I liked it, because I love the feeling of living a life where things are different all the time. I don't know if I've already talked about this on here, but I have a 5-year journal where I to be fair, I haven't actually written in it in a while, which is really bad, and my friend Alexa would kill me. But I write in it every day, and what I've done every day is the idea. And I'm pretty up to date. But I think even that is me living to this statement that novelty unfolds time, because I am so addicted to remembering what I've done all the time so that time can't slip through my fingers. It's actually such a crippling fear of mine, and I cannot let go of it. And I hate that, because it makes me feel just like, I like to think I'm spontaneous, but then that makes me feel like I'm not, because I'm trying not to let go of time slipping away and always trying to be in control of what is going on and what I can do to better my life. So I want to agree with this statement, but I also think monotony is such an important and powerful thing. And if you learn to hate it, then there are so many times in your life when you're going to be sad. But at the same time, there is a way to have small novelties in a monotonous time frame. We can't all be traveling 24/7. We can't all be doing something new every single week. We have to work. We're reading a book series. We have to read the same type of shit. And that in itself can become monotonous. I think there's something so special about going to a new cafe for the first time. But there's something so amazing about the monotony of going to the same one all the time, and seeing people that you like, and them remembering your name, and you becoming like a local at this cafe shop. Some would argue that's more special than going to a random cafe you've never been to before every single day to get your coffee instead of the same one. I don't know, random analogy, but I think it's a cool quote, but I think it's also a dangerous one to live by. Food for thought. Food for thought. This is funny. Your mildly self-destructive coping mechanisms aren't serving you right now. Real. So real, but I still do them. So my biggest coping mechanism is making lists. I don't know about anyone else. It's fucked. It's so fucked. Do you want to see what's literally sitting by my desk as we speak. A list. Thursday to-do list. Tuesday to-do list. This literally like just ties into the point I made before. I think this was just a gentle reminder. I'm pretty sure I got this notification on a day where I was planning on being super like controlling of my day, being like, okay, this is what I need to get done today, blah, 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 blah. And I'm pretty sure this notification literally made me not do it and made me just have a good day full of what I want to do instead of just forcing myself to do tasks. So that was really funny. I think that's why I screenshotted that one. But it's always good to take a break from things that are your coping mechanisms. This one's a nice one. Simple. Make life beautiful. I think you can tell why I screenshotted that one. That's so sweet. Love it. Okay. I want to find like one I can discuss. You can tell who I am so much by the Costar notifications that I've screenshotted. This is crazy. I never realized how much self-reflection you could do by this fucking app. But anyway, ask yourself what you're trying to accomplish by holding on to the past so tightly. Oh my God. What? Literally me journaling. This is so hard. It's literally the concept of time passing, I fear, is what I'm trying to hold on to. But I think it's also maybe a sense of nostalgia, a sense of not forgetting. But I think the way this is framed anyway is to genuinely ask, what is the point of it? Why are you doing it? Maybe don't do it. But I believe it's so true that you look back on your life with rose-colored glasses. And there was also this quote that I heard recently where it said that to understand life, you need to look at it backwards. You look at it in reverse. To live life, you have to do it forward. Sounds a bit confusing, but it makes sense. If you're looking back on what you've done from 5 years to now, you see everything backwards. I'm at this point now. This is how I got to it. Boom, boom. And this is where I started. But right now, you're here and you can't see this. You can't see this. So it's scary. Like you don't have a map to tell you how to get to that point. But when you're here and you're looking at the past, you know where you've gotten to. You've known where it led you. So looking back at that little starting point that you were at however many years ago, even a month ago, you see it with such rose-tinted glasses because you're like, wow, like I was at that point. I had no idea what was ahead of me. And you also don't know how hard it was, I suppose, when you're looking back on it. Like, yeah, there are vague memories of it, but you just remember the things that were exciting and the things that were like good to you. I don't think it's a bad thing looking into the past, as long as you can remember to move forward and not look at everything backwards. And also remember that this time in your life right now is something that you will eventually look back on, but don't let that scare you into not doing anything. This one's cool. A bad mood is a good reason to take better care of yourself than you would otherwise. I think that's a good reminder because when I feel like half the time when I'm in a bad mood, it's not usually caused by other people. It's caused by me being mad at myself for a reason. Generally just mad at myself for just being confused in life. It's usually self-inflicted. I feel like a lot of bad moods are self-inflicted and then maybe other people fuel that. But a lot of the time I think it's personal. So I think that's a good reminder that I may be mad at myself, but maybe this is a good time to kind of self-reflect and calm myself down and do some nice things for myself. Even before I began recording this, I was in a bit of a spiral. I don't know, just about things in life and but I think taking good care of yourself. And I think it's a good reminder to Just sit down and breathe. And remember, you have time. This one literally links up to give yourself a facial. Face mask. And you need to play real. I think that is all the co-stars that I'm going to go through today. I've gone through ones that I screenshotted from literally like a year ago, year and a half ago, 2 years ago. So it's funny to see what I was looking at and finding resonated with me from that time. And I find that they still do resonate with me now. So that's fun. But thanks for coming along. I hope some of this stuff I said was cool. If you screenshot your co-stars / have co-star, maybe go back and look at what you found interesting and what was calling to you at the time, because that's cool. I think it's a really good app. I'm going to download it back onto my phone because it like unloaded itself, because I feel inspired to let it send me messages. But like I was saying, it was sending me a lot of messages about love like every single day and like romantic ties. And I was like, wow, this is a lot. Stop. But yeah, and generally in terms of the podcast, I am going to try now to be a little bit more active. This podcast is honestly just to be a little bit more active. Want to try and do it weekly now if I can. I think it's a really cool rule of thumb to stick by. If I'm feeling inspired to just sit down and record, to just do it. Just let it be a free diary. This is literally a diary that I am putting out into the world, which is crazy and very freaking personal. Hope you guys enjoyed. Have an amazing day. Please follow the podcast. Follow me on Instagram. I've recently created a new media account, which is super cool, called Sam Jins Media. So chuck that a cheeky follow on Instagram. If you're someone that I don't know, or if I do know and you're listening to this, hit me up on there and follow a bunch of the work that I've been doing recently. I hope you enjoyed this, another episode of the No Wuckas Pod, aka Sam's internal dialogue that won't STFU half the time. Check out my YouTube channel as well, fucking random, but I think it's just Sammy G. I'm planning on posting a lot more on there as well. My recent film that I did was uploaded on there, which was really cool. That won a few cool awards, which was fun. And I want to start posting some vlogs. I have some vlogs that I made from like literally ages ago that I want to put up on there as well. It's so random to me, but like short form content terrifies the fuck out of me. I don't know why it's so scary to me. I just feel like it's like I love the idea of having long form content that I can like put my heart and soul into and upload that. But like making short form content that's like 15 seconds, it needs to be engaging, it needs to tick all these boxes, is really terrifying. Anyway, I'm gonna let you guys go now. Thank you so much for listening. If you stuck all the way to the end, thank you so much. If you're listening to this still, I can't believe that anyone's listening to this, so that's crazy. I will hopefully see you. I'm promising to you. I'll see you next week. And have a great morning, day, or night. Bye.